motherfucker. Money on my motherfucking mind. Cut 5 haircuts at the same time.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Let's Talk. And this is me, Matt here. Name your names.
I'm Nelson.
I'm Robert.
And we're here to talk about fucking bullshit. So, over in
Yay.
July, a kid thought that he didn't deserve to live on this earth anymore. And the only possible
Sad stuff.
outcome of him to end his life was to take a rattlesnake and die the most painful death of being bitten by one and slowly killed by the poison. Fucking stupid, if you ask me.
Really stupid. Like, just hang yourself.
Don't hang yourself.
It's much quicker.
No, hanging yourself is not quicker. Buy a gun.
Okay, but getting bit by a rattlesnake.
You're right.
is
Compared to
just-
getting bit by a
that's just
rattlesnake,
genius.
that fucking sucks.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
But it brings up the question: how would you want to kill yourself with an animal?
Wait. So, like, not how would we want to kill ourselves, but like,
Specifically with an
what
animal.
what animal would we use to kill ourselves?
Yeah.
Can it be any animal?
Any animal. A fucking zebra for all I care.
Can they be
Okay,
extinct?
can I go first?
Go ahead.
Okay, this will be mine, and I have a reason why. So I would choose a Sasquatch.
There you
And the
go.
reason I want to be killed by a Sasquatch is think about this. Okay, you get killed by a Sasquatch, right? Right? So if you get killed by a Sasquatch, people are gonna know you got killed by a Sasquatch, and you're gonna be remembered for that. So I'm gonna be written about, and when they discover Sasquatch, right? They're gonna write about it in books like beloved local boy, apple of everyone's eye, Nelson, was killed by a Sasquatch, which led to the hunt and the discovery of the mythical being. So I'm gonna
But
be in
Nelson-
textbooks. I'm gonna be in encyclopedias. People are gonna remember me. People are gonna know who I am because I was killed by a Sasquatch.
Or the fact
But
that
Nelson-
you got killed by a Sasquatch means that nobody's gonna find you.
Yeah, exactly. How do you know they're gonna find your fucking body? Like,
Um,
and if they
They
do,
love
how are they
me?
gonna know a Sasquatch did it if they've never seen a Sasquatch?
because Sasquatch writes Sasquatch was here on all his victims. Don't you pay attention?
Oh man, I didn't know that part. Thanks. I had no
Yeah.
clue.
See, but also,
Obviously.
Oh, man.
but
Mhm.
like Sasquatch is related to fucking monkeys and shit. So they're just gonna be like, oh, an orangutan got loose.
Oh yeah, an orangutan in the zoo that's nowhere near where I live got loose and killed me
Have you-
for no reason.
You
When
never fucking know, dude. You never know. Like, there's been times.
why would a Sasquatch?
God
Why would
damn
it? Sorry, why would an orangutan kill me? They love me. Oh, sorry, Matthew.
No, I
I
don't.
need to cut you off.
So like,
I have a question about this whole topic
Yeah.
though, Matt. Is it just the animals that would kill you, or could it also be how it's gonna kill you?
how it's gonna kill you also.
Because how it's well then that's easy for me.
So,
like,
so I
this would be
want
simple.
to say mine.
All right, go with yours. I'll say mine after.
I want it to be like Predator. I want to be hunted. So it's really scary.
Ooh.
All right, but by what animal?
A Chihuahua.
Like, are you? I thought I was thinking like
Specifically
jump in the
a
ocean.
No, fuck that. That's too scary. I would not want to.
That would be
No, that would be a horrible one. For one fucking main reason.
that'd be brutal.
No, it would not just be brutal.
Uh-huh.
It would be fucking terrifying. If I knew
Yeah,
a
and think of
Chihuahua
how
was
little-
hunting after me and threatening to kill me, I'd be like, oh, it's just a Chihuahua.
Uh huh.
And then it will kill me out of nowhere. But if it's a shark,
Uh huh.
that's fucking scary.
Yeah.
Sharks
Yeah, but the
Sharks are demons.
chihuahuas have really small mouths,
Yeah,
so
they do.
it would take forever for that thing to kill you. Well, you would know, you dirty bastard.
Fuck you.
But it would take so many bites or like attacks for one to kill you because they're so small.
Uh-huh.
You know, that would suck. How would that be enjoyable?
You're killing yourself. It's not
You're
supposed to be
getting killed.
enjoyable.
You're getting killed. It's not supposed to
Yeah.
be. It's not supposed to be fun unless you're into autoerotic asphyxiation, in which case you get blast.
Well,
Or-
have you heard the way I'm gonna die? 'Cause mine would be
How are
very
you gonna die?
enjoyable. Well, first off, it would be by puppies and kittens, or whichever one. Doesn't matter. Okay.
Being stuffed.
But yeah, I would be drowning in them. since I can pick how I'm gonna die. I
Kinda
would
like
drown
me,
in them
puss.
because I would just. Yeah,
I
exactly.
was
And that's
just
always
gonna
drown in
say,
them.
no, I'm going.
But you know, like if I could choose, then that would be it. Like I'd be like cuddling all the kitties and puppies, and then I wouldn't be able to breathe,
What
and I'd
the
just
fuck?
be like, "Take me now, Lord, take me now," and He would, and then it'd just feel like I fell asleep in a cloud of kittens and puppies. So
See,
that's mine right there.
puppies bite, and kittens claw.
Yeah, but like those are just injuries you're gonna have to take to freaking,
They're gonna
you know,
sting,
but like
though.
you're not always. Puppies also lick and love you.
But you don't know what kind
Yeah,
of
but
puppies
they're
they are.
killing you.
I don't know,
They're
that
not
would be
gonna
my
lick you to
biggest
death.
thing. Like, I wouldn't want it to hurt. I hate fucking, like, any type of, like, I don't know. I hate cuts and stuff, so I guess that would suck, because, like, the claws would give me cuts. But, like, it's better than
You're
What?
dying. What
getting,
does it matter?
getting, exactly, it's better than getting venom in my veins and stuff and dying, like, from a rattlesnake.
Like slowly as your right
You
arm
know?
goes numb, and then you don't feel your shoulder, and then you don't feel your toes, and
Yeah. Or like, shooting yourself, because what if you live? That's, like, the worst pain ever.
dude,
Actually,
Oh
did
my
you hear
God.
one where
you're not gonna.
a guy he tried to
Which one,
shoot
Nelson?
himself? He tried to
Uh-huh.
shoot himself with a shotgun, but apparently he held the gun wrong, and he just blew his face off, and he didn't die.
See, that's 'cause
Exactly,
you
that would be terrible.
aim for the brain. It's in the fucking Walking
Exactly.
Dead. It's in fucking any like zombie, whatever. Once you shoot yourself in the brain, you're pretty much dead. Like, there's a chance that you'll live, but fucking A, just do it right. Look it up online.
Exactly,
Somewhere
like-
up there.
Why go through all the pain? Like, oh my gosh. But speaking of pain, guys, I'm gonna have to send you this video because you haven't seen it. I'll do that right now. Actually, there's a video of this fucking soccer player. It happened a few days ago. I'll have to look it up. I know it was Honduras and Mexico, and they were in some like qualifying game. Let me Google it or YouTube it so I can see if I can find it. All right, hold on.
Wait, the fucking
But yeah,
the
like
knee?
it's.
The fucking knee?
Did you see it?
Yeah,
I don't know,
saw it on
Nelson. Did you
ESPN.
see it? It's disgusting.
Yeah,
Yeah, oh my God.
It's fucking
You
nasty.
you guys all saw it?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, yeah, like it's the worst injury I think I've ever, like, in sports at least, that I've ever seen, besides like someone dying. Like,
Like,
people aren't supposed to bend that way.
so like him sliding into it. I'll put it up again. I'll find somewhere how to
Yeah, Matt, put the
download it.
video up.
I'll either put a link to it or I'll put like MP4 file or whatnot. But
Yeah, just put a link. But oh my gosh,
it is
it's basically-
no mercy
alright.
to his fucking kneecap.
I'll explain it. I know sports a little better. It's basically he's like a player goes to, two players on the one team, I think it's Honduras, go to make a tackle on the one player that has the ball. And when they do, they all get tangled up. And the way they get tangled up, the guy's leg is basically like fully extended, and someone falls on his knee, and his
Ew.
whole body, his whole upper body goes forward and folds over the guy, like his head almost touches the ground,
Knees
and his
don't
knee is
go
just
that
like completely bent.
way. Knees
Yeah,
don't go
completely
that way.
bent the wrong way. Exactly, and yeah, that happens, and I think it's the worst sports injury I've ever seen. Like, the medics were out there, the other team's players were running away, they thought it was nasty. I don't know, like, for me, the worst, like, sports injury I've ever seen, probably, besides, like, someone dying, would be, back in the day, Miami University had a running back who had his knee get bent the wrong way, and, like, I thought that one was going to be the worst knee injury I've ever seen, and this one was way worse. Like, I don't know about you guys, but, oh, gosh.
When I played football,
Mhm.
there was, so they were going for a run, and I'm trying to think of a way to put this into words. They ran up the middle, and their lineman got in the way, so he fell on the lineman. But he tried to get his arm out as far as he could to like get the ball as far as he could because they were going for the first yard. But he was already like facing down, so he put his arm straight down into the ground. And then I and somebody, like me and somebody else, tackled him, and
Ooh, fully
Oh,
extended.
no,
Mm.
the
Cringing.
center of his wrist snapped. His arm looked like a fucking swastika. That's how bad it was.
Ew, and wait, you were like part of that? Like,
I
you
did
saw that
It
happen
was
in
the
action.
worst. It was against Merritt Island.
Oh my
It
goodness.
was horrible.
Oh gosh.
It was easily by
gosh.
far the worst injury that I've seen. Like, personally.
Dang, and you made it happen.
I got up and I heard this kid scream. I heard the snap. I won't forget because it was like a really like.
Uh-huh.
It didn't sound like breaking a stick. It sounded more like breaking a thick noodle, if that could like describe it.
Breaking like a bunch of noodles like stuck together, and like when you pull them out of
Yeah.
the box and you just snap them in half.
Yeah,
Ugh.
Oh,
it was
I've got my legs crossed right now.
It's
Oh
pretty
god.
bad. And
Oh my
all I
god.
remember is like turning around and then hearing him freak out, and then hearing his buddy freak out, and then looking at his fucking arm, and then turning around and looking at the ref like, oh, we got a problem, and he's like, oh god. It was
Did you win?
no, we lost. We fucking suck at football. Like
Well, that's good to hear.
it was. Well, I mean that game I did block a punt though, and I broke a kid's arm, so I guess that's pretty cool.
Oh my goodness, that's like trifecta almost. If only you guys would have won too.
Yeah, I know. All right, Nelson.
Nelson, have you ever witnessed any like?
I think
nasty
the
stuff
worst
like
one.
that?
The worst one I saw was either that. I'm trying to think. One of the worst injuries I've probably ever seen, because I can't. For me personally, I can't. Like, I don't like bones and shit sticking out. That's
Uh-huh.
bad for me. So it was that. I don't watch basketball, but everyone has heard
I
about
think I
this.
know.
It was that dude.
I think I know.
It was that dude who fell and like his knee bone or something came out.
Oh,
Like,
Yeah, Kevin Ware. You're talking about Kevin Ware,
Kevin Ware.
right?
yeah.
Yeah, that one is. That one, yeah, and his whole team,
And then
like,
the-
the whole like, everyone in the arena basically just ran away from the spot they were in. Like,
What was
oh my
funny
goodness.
about that though is the way I found out about it was because since everyone was talking about it, right? I went on Facebook one time and I saw a picture, and it was what's his name? What's that monkey from the Lion King's name? Rafiki or whatever, holding up
Rafiki.
Simba
Rafiki.
on his shin, on his bone, like in the Lion King, and I'm like, what's the, oh god. That's how I learned about the injury was because someone made a meme about it.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's pronounced
A meme.
Amene.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
First
sorry.
watch me whip. Okay.
Oh man, Matt. Gosh, that was a funny one.
So, speaking of like disgusting leg injuries like that, I remember seeing that video on Tosh.0 of the guy riding the bike, and he goes off the ramp, and he lands, and he falls, and he pauses for a second. He's like, all you hear is him scream, "My leg's broke!" And like the camera zooms in onto him, and his like half of his shin is just limp from like halfway through below to his foot. It's just limp, and it's like vertically facing down. It was so disgusting, and he's shaking it back and forth from like the middle of his leg. It's like,
Is that the one where he's like, I just broke my fucking leg?
Yeah.
And he's like holding it up, and his leg's like completely backwards.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god. I've seen that.
Noel kept watching that video and laughing at it because he was cussing, and I don't think he realized that the kid like broke his fucking leg.
Yeah.
He was just like, Elson, look, and I'm like, Noel, his legs aren't supposed to do that.
I saw that too, and I was laughing just because of his reaction. Like, it was so like, he acted like nothing happened. He was just like, I just broke my fucking leg. Like, it was so
But it's
it's like the terrible injury. But he just acts like it's like, oh, I just cut my leg, but really, his leg is like destroyed. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's
So
that
we're-
one,
so-
and there's one. What? Go for it.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, the worst injury I've ever suffered was because one time I was trying to save a worm from drowning in a puddle, and this is back when I was really into rollerblading.
yeah, rollerblading.
I was rollerblading in the rain one time,
Fucking idiot.
and I saw a worm in a puddle, and I reached down to pick it up, and I slipped and I fell, and I hit my arm, and I couldn't feel my arm, and I thought I broke it, and so I started crying, and I rollerbladed home, and then I came home, and I'm like, I think I broke my arm, and I just lay down on the couch, and I like ripped off my jacket. I was like, I can't move my arm. And my dad was like, no, you didn't break your arm. You didn't break your arm. You're fine. So they put ice on it, and I couldn't move my arm for I was off school for 1 week, and then when I went back to school, I could like just barely move my arm, but I literally could not move my arm. I jammed my arm up for like 2 weeks because I was trying to save a worm.
Nice.
And that's the worst injury I've ever suffered.
Oh my gosh. The worst for me is probably.
Oh wait, sorry. And the worst part is I didn't even save the worm.
That's really the worst part, honestly. That poor worm.
No,
Alright,
I think the worst
a
part
moment
is...
of silence. A moment of silence.
Oh. Fuck 'em,
Sorry,
am I
for
right?
the silence for the worm.
I actually think the worst part is not the worm, it's the fact that you're fucking rollerblading.
Yeah, that one's
I like
pretty bad
rollerblading.
too.
Yeah?
I like
Part of the-
rollerblading.
It's a great way. It's a great way to stay in shape.
What kind of
Oh my
shape? A
God.
fucking square? That's what's going on.
That story might have been the
I've actually worn a
nerdiest
cylinder.
story.
I know, and I was wearing all my safety gear too.
Did you have knee pads
I
and a
was
helmet?
I was yes, I was
Then how
wearing
did you-
hockey gloves
Then how did you hurt yourself? You were wearing all your equipment.
because my arm was straight out and I fell on it.
Yeah, but you had equipment on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but your knee pad isn't going to protect your arm from getting like
Well, why did
jammed
you have elbow
back.
pads? Jeez.
Yeah, but you were wearing a helmet.
Oh, that's
Stop.
true. It should have prevented that injury.
Yeah, exactly. No, the worst injury I've ever had was when I broke my arm on a trampoline. I was trying to do a pull-up on, like, the safety bar. And, like, the netting wasn't there. It was just the bar, because the netting, like, we got rid of the netting, which was the biggest problem there.
Yeah.
But, so I was just on, like, I went to grab the bar, and I jumped and just completely missed the bar. When I came down, my feet fell in, like, in between the springs, and I did, like, a front flip off of the trampoline. And when I landed, I broke my arm in 2 places. But that one was pretty bad. But
that
like,
reminds
the
me of
stupidest
something.
one,
Oh, sorry.
the stupidest injury I've had, I was running through my house to let my dogs out, and I like went to go around the corner and I cut too quick, and I slammed just not my whole foot, but just my pinky toe into the corner of a wall, and I broke my pinky toe, and it was the worst injury because it was right in the middle of football season, so like every week I would just re-injure it, and it was like the worst. But yeah, that was probably those two are probably the stupidest injuries I've ever had for
Yeah,
sure, and the worst.
My stupidest injury was also on a trampoline because I used to love going on trampolines. It seems
Okay.
everything I love tries to hurt me.
Yeah,
But I was
and-
jumping on that
and
trampoline,
your
right?
reputation.
And my
Good thing we
trampoline,
aren't
my,
friends.
trampoline,
But I still want to hurt
my
you.
reputation's about, my reputation's about to become even more tarnished after this. I don't think I've ever told
Tarnished?
anyone this, but I didn't have a safety net on it, right? And you know how trampolines they have like there's like the spring, right? And then there's like that little bar that's like the body of it. So I was
Yeah.
jumping and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do something really cool. I'm gonna jump really, really high and I'm gonna jump off the trampoline. So I jumped off the trampoline, but I didn't get off. And one leg went on one side of the body, and one leg went on the other side of the body of the trampoline, and I landed right on my
Genitals.
twig and yes, on my genitals, and then it hurt so much. And I like limped back inside, and my mom was watching America's Funniest Home Videos, and it was just about people getting kicked in the nuts. And I remember just sitting down, and I just remember like. Because I didn't feel anything for like 2 seconds, and then it just all hit me at once, and it was the most painful thing ever. But I think, actually, I've just remembered, I think one of the worst injuries I've ever seen, I actually saw it live, and this was like,
Okay.
this was probably 10 to maybe 13 years ago, and I was in my basement with my brother and my mom,
Ooh.
and my brother, like, he was really young at the time, and my
Sounds
mom was
funky.
doing some work on the computer, and my oh golly, I busted, and he was like jumping around with like, and he had a Coke bottle, and he had the Coke bottle. He like had it in his mouth because if you blow into the Coke bottle, it makes like that funny noise.
And you make a bomb
So he was
out
like
of it.
doing like, yeah, he was making like he was in a jug band. Anyway, he fell down, and the Coke bottle slammed right into his tooth,
Ooh.
and he chipped his tooth. And like he was like he must have been like probably at most he was like 4 or 5 years old. There was blood everywhere, and he was like crying and shit. And like I saw the piece of the tooth go flying, and it's like one of my big things is like I always hate going to the dentist because I hated stuff with teeth. So like seeing that it, like traumatized me, and I was like, oh my god, it's just terrible. And then there was another time.
Okay.
My brother. Sorry, I have two more with my brother. My brother. There was another time he was running and he fell into a speaker, and he cut his head so deep on the speaker. My mom thought he was gonna need stitches. And then there was another time that we had like this fire pit set up, but it was like you put. Okay, Tal, sorry about that. We got out.
Sorry about that, guys. The fucking Elgato cut out and it canceled the recording. Well, I shouldn't say it canceled.
Thanks, Obama.
Recording. Yeah, fucking thanks. Nelson, continue your story about fucking fireplace.
Okay, yeah, so
Hopefully I caught it.
anyway, my brother touched the fireplace, burned his hand, and it hurt, and it was red for a couple of weeks.
It
and
hurt to see.
Yeah, it really hurt to see. It was very cringy. I don't like burns. I don't like burns. I'm very bad with burns, and it sucks because I sunburn easily. Oh golly.
I remember fucking one time I was cooking one of those pizzas that you throw into the oven, and when it was done cooking, I went to pop it out because it got stuck to the oven itself. And when I went to pop it out, I didn't notice that I was arm like as I was popping out, I had my palm facing up, so like my under wrist. And when I was popping the pizza out, I didn't realize that my arm was being fucking burnt on to the bars that hold the pizzas up or whatever, that holds the thing in the oven up.
The oven rack.
Yeah, the oven rack, that's what I'm looking for. And it, like, my arm actually got stuck to it, and I had to rip it off.
Oh!
I shit you
Oh
not.
god.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember you had the scar. I wasn't there when you did it. I didn't know it got, like, stuck to it.
Yeah, I had to
Ew.
scrape the skin off of it.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh. Ew.
That was at Indian Creek.
See, I thought you were going to talk about what you did to your head,
Ugh,
and then what you did to your hand.
yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll do the head one first, just because it's funnier. So,
Debatable.
an old, fuck you, man. I'll fucking master to debate you.
Oh.
Me and Robert's old friend, Sean. What? Yeah, his name was Sean, right?
Yes, his name was Sean.
Yeah. We won't say any last names to keep the identity safe. He had a huge Labrador, white, and I fucking love the dog to death. Its name was April. Beautiful dog. I'll never forget its name. And we were sitting in Sean's room, and we called the dog over. Like I did, because I really wanted to see it, and I loved just petting it because it was super friendly. And he came sprinting into the room and jumped on me. But I was like 5 or 6. I was a lot smaller boy. And he knocked me back, and I slammed my head into that, like, marble windowsill that, like, go underneath the fucking windows. And, like, it was fucking gross. But, like, the only way to get, like, bandages on it were to shave around the areas of where it was. So I had a huge fucking crop circle on the back of my head, and for about, like 4 to 6 weeks, I was called Crop Circle around the household.
That was his nickname, and it was awesome. We called him Crop Circle. It was awesome.
It was not awesome.
And then Matt. That's not even Matt's worst injury. That's the funniest part, and this one might even be stupider. Like, this could be a debate. Tell him this one.
So when I was in EC4, I love to climb fences. I love to climb things, specifically fences at this time. And I felt the need to climb this one fence in particular that had a it had the I don't know what to call them. They're like the X
it's like a
on the top.
yeah, it's like a rail at the top. Usually a fence has a rail at the top, and they bend the metal over that, so there's not sharp pieces of metal sticking out. Well,
But
this
there
fence
was for
lost
this
that
one.
piece, so there were sharp pieces of metal. It wasn't like barbed wire, but it was just really sharp, like crossed
Yeah, I
metal
know
at the
what it's
top
called.
where the fence ended. Yeah, it's like where they cut
Yeah,
the fence.
barbed wire is a whole different thing. Like
hmm
barbed
This
wire
was
is
just
actually
as sharp.
wire. This is just the fence topping.
Yeah, it was
And,
just as sharp.
When I got to the top, somebody like pretty much told me to get down. And when I went to jump down, my hand got stuck, and it pretty much stabbed through my hand, and left a huge, disgusting scar. And there's so much blood. But yeah, it was not.
He was
fun.
like 4. He was like 4.
Yeah,
at
I
the
was
time.
4 or 5, and I was not ready for that kind of traumatic event.
Yeah, he had to go to the like ER, not the it was at the ER to
No, we didn't go to the ER that day. We waited like a fucking week before we went. And I only know that because we went to Uncle Grant to talk to him about it, and he was like, "Oh, just fucking butterfly bandage," and he fucking takes
Yeah,
two
he just put a-
bandages and just puts an X next to it. I'm like, this isn't gonna help.
yeah, he just put a butterfly bandage on it and like and then we decided Matt needed to get stitches in his hand. So we took him to the we took him to this like walk-in clinic, and they like
You
my
were with
sister and I
you
were
were with
sitting
us
in,
at this time.
yeah, my sister and I were sitting in the lobby, and my parents were in the room with him, and all we hear is just this kid yelling, "They're killing me! They're killing me!"
I
And
was
he's just like
fucking
screaming it,
screaming.
bloody murder. He like they had to like hold him down and stuff supposedly.
There
Oh
was
my
like
God.
6 or 5 doctors. I was a 4-year-old, freaking the
Mhm.
fuck out. Needed
And-
6 doctors to hold me down. Fucking.
My favorite part of this story, Matt, why were you climbing that fence?
I wanted
Come on,
to
tell the
s-
people.
I wanted a stick.
There was like
There
1,000
was a
sticks all over the place.
cool-looking stick, and I wanted it to no extent. Nothing was gonna stop me besides a fucking fence, and it did.
And the fence won.
The fence won, but
It's just so dumb.
see, I don't think it's dumb. I wanted a cool stick. That stick could have been my best friend for the rest of my life, but I never got
But you
him.
didn't get the stick.
Who would have done
Are
bunch
you-
stuff to this?
Why
See, that would have been okay. I would have liked that stuff. Okay,
Why don't
this,
you
is,
go
this
back-
is going into a dark place where I want to stop.
why don't you go back and try to find that stick?
It's been like, how long? It's been like 10 years. Yeah,
I'm
obviously.
pretty sure they like
It's been like
tore that
13
playground down. I'm pretty sure
Really?
that
They
playground
did?
got torn down. I don't know, they tore down that part of it, I think.
That makes me very sad.
You'll never find that stick. But yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I've
Where
had
we go from
really
here?
a lot of dumb injuries. I realized, in all honesty, I was fucking retarded.
We were all
Most
pretty
of
dumb.
mine are related from pretty much riding on my bike or my cat's scratching me. I actually have multiple scars from my cat.
Did you
me.
get a cat scratch fever?
What? What?
Oh my goodness, what a funny one.
Thank you. So, with all that saying, with all these injuries that I've had, I've only broken one bone, and that was my finger. Because when I played football, the coaches, it was at this point where like we just went 9-2, and then our football team sucked after that, and the coaches were just always pissed because we were just fucking awful, and for some reason they put me against this guy who's probably twice my size. They're like, fucking go against him, and I'm like, Coach, I don't want to do this. So like I half-assed it the first time, and I get yelled at, and then I half-assed it a second time, and they yell at me again. Now this third time in particular, I was fucking pissed. I was done with it. I couldn't take it anymore. I just wanted to fucking get out of there. So it was the head-on-head drills. What are those called? Board drills.
Oklahoma. Oh,
No,
board
not
drills.
Oklahoma.
Okay.
It was board
Yeah,
drills.
I got you.
I go against him, and we're pretty much like going head to head, like fucking freaking out. It's one of the most intense times that I had in like a football practice because of this. And I come out of it. I'm like, everything's okay. I'm like, oh, they're like, oh, good job, you fucking knocked him down, because I wound up knocking him down. Like, this guy is a lot bigger than me. And
Okay.
somebody goes to give me a high five, and they look at my hand, they're like, ooh, you might want to get that checked out. And I'm like, oh, why? And I look at my finger, my knuckle is down, my finger is up backwards. Like, point your finger out, and then have it go vertical, and then pop your knuckle down. And that's what my
No.
finger looked like. And I go over to the coach, and I'm like, Coach, this isn't right. And he's like, oh, we're going to have to go see the trainer. And I go to the trainer, and she's like, oh, it's just dislocated, and she's trying to pop it back. And she's like, it won't pop back in. And, I have to have my mom come pick me up, and come to find out that it has a fracture in it. Luckily, none of the bones were chipped off or anything. But, it was still very traumatic, and her trying to pop it back into place did not help.
Yeah, it probably really hurt.
Really fucked it up.
Oh my goodness. I always avoided pretty big injuries in sports. I got lucky.
Didn't
Yeah.
Charlie Hammock break his fucking finger from a pass?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
but our quarterbacks are really hard.
Very hard. Oh shit. But like, I feel like a lot of sports, like hockey, doesn't have as much injuries as soccer does, which is something weird that I've noticed.
No, that's not true.
Why?
Yeah,
Quite the
hockey has
opposite.
a lot of injuries.
Hockey, you way more injuries.
I never see, like, whenever I watch, I never see injuries.
Look
Like, I
up,
just
play through 'em.
Google Zdeno Chara, Max Pacioretty.
Well,
Look
no,
at
I'm not saying that they
Alex
have worse
Ovechkin's
injuries. I'm
smile.
just saying injuries occur more in soccer than they do in hockey.
There's
Well,
more
like-
diving in soccer.
Yeah, like hockey, they kind of just play through them. Like, did you know in the Stanley Cup final, Tyler Johnson was playing with a broken wrist?
Yeah, and didn't Patrice Bergeron just get out of surgery when he won the Stanley Cup or something like that?
Yeah, and even like another dude on the Bruins, I think Greg Campbell, he like broke his leg and finished a shift. Like, he was just playing
Yeah,
with a broken leg.
there was one guy who died on the bench, and they brought him back, and he was like, "All right,
Yeah.
put me back in the game."
Yeah, Rich Peverly, yeah. Oh my gosh. So I don't know, but soccer just it has more injuries than you'd expect it to, I guess, because it's not really a contact sport, as you
Yeah,
saw
I understand.
earlier in the video with that guy's knee.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
it just
It's so funny to think that, like,
Why
soccer
won't
still
Piper
has
wear a
better looking
helmet?
guys than fucking
oh yeah, like our man of the year, Mr. David Beckham,
David fucking Beckham. Now the real
the
question
man,
is,
the beautiful legend.
would you fuck him? Because
Depends.
I for sure would plow him. I would plow that asshole. I'd show no fucking mercy.
Yeah,
I'd
do him
fuck
over some girls, that's for sure.
Yeah, over some
I
girls in
really-
this world, I'd fuck David Beckham over some of the girls in this world.
If they were like Rosie O'Donnell, David Beckham, I'd be like, David, bend that ass over.
I'd let Adele eat my penis like she would donuts. Fucking sloppy as shit.
Oh no, here we go.
Oh yeah. I don't like Adele. I shouldn't say it like that. I think she's a good singer, but I don't like what she sings about.
Wait, sorry, who? I wasn't paying attention. I was playing softball.
She
Hello?
fucking awesome. Yeah, well, fucking let's talk. We're glad to have you here, you piece of shit.
Yeah, hello from
Again,
the other side,
sorry,
Nelson.
what's singing?
Hello from the
Adele,
other side.
I don't think Adele's that special.
What?
Voice is
Adele,
special.
She came out with her new album 25, which dropped on. What did it come out?
I thought you don't know her. I thought you don't
I
like
thought
her.
it's already
now.
out.
I don't, but she
Yeah, I
just
thought
had a
it
new
was already
album.
out. I'm pretty sure
No.
it dropped a few days ago.
It did drop a few days ago. That's what I'm saying. But she already had the song, Hello, whatever the fuck, which I still haven't listened to.
I love
not-
that song so much.
Is it actually good? Like,
It's so good, man.
but I don't want to fucking buy a song like that. It's just depressing.
But it's
I
real.
listen- It doesn't matter if it's fucking real. It's a song. It doesn't like contribute to my life in any bit.
Look, if I want to buy a real artist's songs, easy.
Yeah, really. If she wants to eat all her fucking Grammys, she can eat all her fucking Grammys. If she wants to have diabetes at the age of 27, she can have diabetes at the age of fucking 27. Shit, what happens to her?
You're terrible.
I'm not terrible. She's not a part of my life personally. I don't care
She's
about.
she's just being real, kind of like how you're just being real.
Yeah, but the only thing is that her reel is fucking donuts, and my reel is trying to start a bullshit YouTube channel. Neither of them are good.
I find Adele quite attractive, so please don't talk shit about her.
Yeah, which
Nelson.
Excuse me?
Matt, I got one for you.
role? Okay, what?
Adele, or Megan Trainor? Which one is hotter?
Oh, Megan Trainor. I'd fuck Megan Trainor. She's not that fat.
Totally
She has
agree.
some love handles.
She just sings about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, she's
I think
chunky.
they're both very pretty.
See, Adele's
Yeah, me
overweight.
too.
Megan Trainor.
Adele's not overweight.
Different. She
Adele's
is
not
fucking-
Adele is not overweight. Adele's not not now. Not now.
I'm gonna
Definitely
pull-
not now.
Yeah,
It doesn't-
she was.
She's
I don't know
pretty.
if
She
she
was,
still
yes.
is.
Not
She
anymore.
still is. I saw the pictures of her.
No, she's very pretty.
Yeah,
You
pretty.
know who?
Yes.
You
She's a
can be
beautiful
fat
woman.
and
She's
pretty,
very
dude.
talented.
I like me some BBW.
Yeah, but I don't want to break my fucking pelvis. Like, that shit, I need that shit. I'm not gonna lose it to some fucking 300-pound hippo.
Oh my god, she's not that big.
I know. I'm being way too mean. I actually have respect for it, though. I'm just joking about all this. Fuck.
You just wanted to sham someone.
I just wanted to shame someone.
You just want to hurt my feelings is what you want to do.
No, if I wanted to hurt your feelings, I'd bring up how fucking ugly Tom Cruise is.
Stop it.
Oh shit. Yeah, we're going there.
Oh no, not again.
Tom Cruise has the stupidest fucking haircut I've ever seen, I'm pretty sure. Also.
Stop it.
I think I'd rather him go bald than to keep that fucking haircut.
Stop it.
Did you have a family?
Are you just trying to hurt me? Like,
What? I'm just saying my opinion, man. Like, we all have our own opinions, and mine is that fucking Tom Cruise is a
Yeah,
shitty
yours
actor.
is
He's
wrong,
ugly as
right?
fuck.
how's
You know
he
what
a
my
shitty
opinion
actor?
is?
He's a very good actor.
He's not that
You
good.
know what my opinion is? We should end this video that's gone south very quickly.
No, man, I like this. I'm enjoying this.
This
This
is
is
real.
fucking great.
This is real.
This is great content. People love this shit. People love hearing about bullshit about nothing. I guess that's what everybody wants to listen to. Might as well call up PewDiePie. People love fucking PewDiePie. Get a tattoo of
That's
him on
true.
my ass. Saw Filthy Frank's new video. People like Filthy Frank because of how much of a piece of shit he is. But,
Oh my goodness.
next time on Let's Talk, Nelson's gonna find out that he's actually gay and Tom Cruise is
What?
a shitty actor. Love you
And
guys.
we might have a special guest.
Oh yeah, we will probably have a special guest, and it'll be our Thanksgiving one. So
That's savage.
gobble gobble, you turkey sluts, and bow down to
Oh,
the
yeah.
Segway Empire, because fuck it, why not?
Happy. Wait, what is it? Thoughtsgiving?
Yeah, it's Happy Thoughtsgiving, everybody.
Yep.
Unless you're Canadian with it, it was a month ago because you're better.
And it's Hovember.
Yeah, it's Hovember. Get ready to gobble gobble all that dick. Slurp slurp on that men gravy. And fucking shoot yourself